All right, welcome in everyone to your deep dive. Today, we're going deep on something pretty vital,
Ethically vital.
a project called Prevent.
Okay.
And it's all about training up um, higher education students to use, all that fancy deep tech, like AI algorithms and microcontrollers,
Right.
and using all of that to prevent natural disasters. Pretty intense.
Yes.
So to get a sense of what we'll be uncovering, we're going to be exploring, um, these extreme weather conditions, how they connect to climate change, and then how all this tech can help us manage the impact.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, but those devastating floods in Volos, Greece, back in September.
Oh, yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's exactly what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, I think that really underscores the urgency.
Absolutely. So to get us started, maybe just to kind of set this stage, what actually defines extreme weather? How does it form?
Right. So, I mean, it's not just a really hot day
Sure.
or a particularly heavy downpour.
Yeah.
We're talking about weather events that are so statistically unusual that they really break the mold of what we expect for a particular place and time.
Okay.
So think heat waves that last for weeks,
Oh, wow.
floods that inundate entire cities, or cyclones of unprecedented intensity.
Yeah.
These events, they form from these complex interactions in the atmosphere. But what's becoming increasingly clear is that climate change is loading the dice.
Loading the dice.
Yeah.
I like that. So it's not just that climate change is making things hotter or wetter overall,
Right.
but that it's making these extremes even more extreme.
Precisely.
Got it.
So a warmer atmosphere holds more moisture,
Mhm.
leading to heavier rainfall and increased flood risk.
Makes sense.
And changes in atmospheric circulation patterns can trap heat, creating these prolonged heat waves.
Oh, wow.
And warmer ocean temperatures
Yeah.
fuel more powerful cyclones.
Right.
And, the impacts of these events, they go far beyond just the environment.
Yeah. And I imagine that the effects, on society and the economy must be just, Volos is a stark reminder of that.
Absolutely.
What kind of ripple effects do we see?
Well, think about critical infrastructure.
Hmm.
Power grids that get overloaded during heat waves.
Right?
Transportation systems that are just crippled by floods. Crops that are wiped out by drought.
Right.
And then you have the public health consequences as well. So heat stroke, waterborne diseases, respiratory problems from air pollution.
It's like a domino effect.
It is. It's a
Right.
domino effect.
Yeah.
And the costs are just staggering.
Yeah. It paints a pretty sobering picture.
That's
But that's where this Prevent project comes in, right? This idea of equipping students with the tools to tackle these challenges.
yes.
So what role can deep tech play in all this?
I mean, deep tech can really be a game changer here.
Okay.
Take AI, for example.
Sure.
So imagine an AI system that analyzes real-time satellite data and weather models,
Okay.
predicting a flash flood in a specific valley.
With just unprecedented accuracy.
Wow.
So that prediction could trigger an automated alert system,
Okay.
giving residents time to evacuate and potentially saving, hundreds of lives.
Instead of just reacting to disasters after they happen, we're talking about predicting them and taking action beforehand. That's a huge shift.
It is a huge shift.
But AI is just one piece of the puzzle, right?
Right.
What about things like IoT and microcontrollers? I'm not sure I totally understand how those fit in.
So those are all about real-time data and automated response.
Okay.
So imagine a network of microcontrollers that are embedded in levees.
Okay.
They're constantly monitoring for any signs of stress.
Interesting.
So if water pressure reaches dangerous levels,
Yeah.
the system could automatically trigger relief valves,
Wow.
diverting water and preventing, a catastrophic breach.
So instead of that levee breaking, it just kind of relieves the pressure
Exactly.
and it prevents a disaster. That's fascinating.
And that's just one example. Wow. The possibilities are really kind of endless.
That's incredible. We often hear about drones being used for things like, search and rescue after a disaster.
Yeah.
But could they also play a role in prevention?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So drones that are equipped with high-resolution cameras and sensors, they can monitor vast areas very, very quickly and efficiently.
Right.
So they can inspect infrastructure for any weaknesses,
Makes sense.
map flood zones, and even identify areas that are at risk of wildfires.
Okay.
And that kind of data is it's absolutely crucial
Yeah.
for developing proactive strategies to mitigate risk.
It's amazing to think about the potential here, but we'd be remiss not to talk about the potential downsides too.
Right.
Technology is a tool. and it can be used for good or bad.
Exactly.
So what are some of the things we need to be cautious about as we integrate deep tech into disaster management?
I think that's a critical question.
Yeah. We need to ensure that these technologies are used ethically and responsibly.
Okay.
So, for example, AI systems are only as good as the data they're trained on.
Oh, yeah.
So if that data is biased or incomplete,
Yeah.
the AI's predictions could be inaccurate or even discriminatory.
Oh, wow.
We also need to consider the potential for unintended consequences.
Like what?
So automating critical infrastructure is great,
Yeah.
but what happens if the system malfunctions?
Oh, right.
These are questions that we need to really grapple with as we move forward.
So it sounds like prevent isn't just about teaching students the technical skills, but also helping them think critically about the implications of these technologies.
Exactly. I mean, we need a generation of innovators
Right.
who are not only technically skilled, but also ethically aware and socially responsible.
Yeah.
They need to be able to ask the tough questions and really consider the broader impact of their work.
That makes sense.
The stakes are just too high to do otherwise.
To wrap things up, we've gone from, understanding what extreme weather is to how climate change is making it worse, and finally to how technology and this prevent program can help us navigate this increasingly complex landscape. It's been a fascinating deep dive.
It has. And it leaves us all with a lot to ponder.
Yeah.
How can we best harness these really powerful technologies for good?
Right.
How can we ensure they're used responsibly and equitably? These are questions for all of us to consider.
It's a call to action. And we hope this deep dive has given you the knowledge and the inspiration to be a part of the solution. Thanks for listening.